Hi, come on in, come on in. Just checking the collective energy right now. Let's see what we got here. I feel this balance between anxiety, discomfort, and peace. It's very strange. It's like, oh, let me turn on my microphone here. I'm getting this strange energy of anxiety and peace, like excitement. Is shifting a bit. Hi. Hey, Chantel girl. You ready for your live reading, girl? I'm going to do a collective reading first just to kind of get the energy that is around. I'm feeling it's feeling scattered and calm all at the same time. It's like a mess because like internally people are in chaos, but on the outside it's like everything's fine, like that's the energy I'm getting. And I think that's why I'm being led to use the soul mirror oracle deck here, and it is meant to show you the light and shadow side of a situation. So I'm going to dive into that very quickly. If you could share the live with anybody you feel as though would enjoy a reading, enjoy a live, a little bit of entertainment. I can be funny sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So definitely click the like button and share the live so that we can get more people in here to get this message. So Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, source of all that is, I ask that you bring forth truthful, honest, and clear messages for the collective. Truthful, honest, clear, and healing messages for the collective. Like I said, I feel like it's a form of masking that's going on. Celebration, mournful, joyous. Let's see. What else? Okay, come on, energy shift. Let's see. Priestess, ignorant, or wise. I'm gonna let it fall. Okay. So we got celebration, priestess, wise. We got inner child, creatress, uncertainty, gratitude, and blessings. Okay. It's kind of feeling like when good things are happening in your life, you don't really know how to feel about it. You don't know how to take it because of past experiences. It's almost giving like you're waiting on the other foot to drop. So here we see these four women, in their most vulnerable selves. And it says a celebration. So a celebration of truly showing up as your most authentic self, and knowing that there are people around you that accept you for exactly who you are. And then it says celebration, mournful or joyous, which can be both. So say, for example, you're not used to showing up as your most authentic self. You're not used to showing who you truly are in fear that people will reject you. And in that case, sometimes there might be people who may have only liked the version of you they could have benefited from. So if you show up as your most authentic self, if you say, who you truly are, you say yes to certain things, no to certain things, even though it might bring you joy, it could bring other people discomfort, and then they might choose to separate from you, even though you're living your most authentic self. Eventually, it is going to lead into joy. But the priestess is here to ask you, well, which one do you choose? Do you want to be wise? Do you want to be ignorant about it? Like, which one would you rather? It's like you know what to do, but you're choosing to ignore what it is that you know you need to do for yourself. And then you have the inner child here. It says careless or receptive. So maybe there was something that happened when you were a child where you actually tried to show up as your most authentic self and it didn't work out the way that you thought it was. Maybe it wasn't well received, or maybe it even was a parent that shut you down in one way, form, or another. Not saying that they meant to do that, but it's giving you having to reteach, re-love on your inner child in order to show that you are authentic, in order to show like, you are worthy to be loved and excited and celebrated and cared for and laughed with and to be in friendship with people who are aligned with you. It's like you as the adult having to reparent your inner child to let them know it's okay. You were right this whole time. You are worthy of this love. Of you are worthy of someone to look at you and see you for who you truly are. So that's what I got from that. And then right underneath it, it's creatress. So it looks like there's this woman who has this pot. It looked like maybe she whipped some stuff up and she's kind of admiring what it is that she's done, but she's also kind of watching the pattern and what it does for her and around her. So but she also seems unamused. So yes, you got your hands in a lot of things and other people see your growth and the cool things that you can do and the inspiration that you grant to others, but maybe you don't see the beauty and the it's giving you don't know how special you are. The energy is starting to shift. I'm starting to get a little, it's starting to feel a little, I'm starting to feel a little lightheaded, like overwhelmed. um it's giving you really don't know how precious you are, how important you are, how the things that you do on a regular basis actually impact the world around you. Like, you don't know how much beauty you bring into the world just doing the things that you love the most, just being who you are. And then we've got uncertainty. Again, at the beginning of the reading, I said that it feels like when good things come into your life, it you're not really sure how to receive it. You don't know if it's going to come with ties. You don't know if it's going to um, backfire or be taken away from you. Um, and in that situation, you become either doubtful or confident. As you can see, the bottom right there, it says doubtful or confident. So again, with these cards, you have a choice of which one you want to be when it comes to these words. And the duality in this is through the reteaching, through the loving and the nurturing of your inner child, you will become more confident. And right now, you being doubtful of the love that you are worthy to receive is only temporary. And then right here, we have gratitude, either ungrateful or appreciative. Because of the life you have lived thus far, it makes you feel like people are not appreciative of who you really are. You don't celebrate yourself enough, and other people don't celebrate you enough. So if there's a part of you that feels ungrateful, unappreciated. And a part of that is you not being celebrated enough again as a child, which in turn you not celebrating yourself or prioritizing yourself as an adult. And then last but not least, we have blessings. Unaware and grateful. And what this is saying is that it kind of coincides with the gratitude. Not really, because you don't celebrate yourself. It's like, give me the word, spirit. When you don't celebrate yourself, sometimes you don't see the beauty in it, or it's like never having a surprise party. It's like you never really cared to have a surprise party, but it would have been nice if somebody threw you a surprise party type situation. So when it comes to these blessings, it's like, I appreciate it. It makes you hard. It makes it hard for you to appreciate the blessings that you have, because it's been tainted by something else. It's been tainted by mistrust. It's been tainted by, Indian givers giving you something to give it back. It's been tainted by your experiences of self-doubt, mistrust, manipulation, and other things that have happened in life. And it's causing this bittersweet type situation. It's almost like you don't know what to do or how to handle the confrontation or the conflict on the inside of you when it comes to these things. Ooh. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to use this deck here to clarify. It's the Aboriginal Healing Oracle deck. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this collective reading, because I do have a paid live reading that we're going to do in just a moment. But I just wanted to get this out to see if there was any more information that the collective needed to know about this. And maybe how to heal this. Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, source of all that is, please give a truthful, honest, and healing message to this collective. Even through all of this, I'm hearing that you're on the brink of greatness. And the brink of greatness doesn't have to be something physical. It doesn't always have to be something financial. It has to do with where you started to where you're going. It's a lot of anxious energy in this. I call my energy back to me. Okay. Woo. All right, I had to call some of that back. Okay. It was heavy. Collective. I feel y'all, man. Peeps, I feel y'all. We're going to get through it, though. We're going to get through it. That's just enough. I was thinking it was going to be 3 cards. Oh. We've got curiosity, selflessness, and invisibility. Now, what do I take that as? Curiosity is, I don't know if y'all have ever seen that meme, but it's like, I don't know what that be like. I'm trying to see what that done. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's given that energy of, I do want to know what it feels like to truly be accepted for who I am on the inside. I'm truly curious to see what that's like, what it feels like without fear, without fear of rejection, without fear of um losing people around you um without fear of change. But the thing is, it's going to require change in order for people to come and go, in order for people to see you in your most authentic self and be attracted to you. You actually have to shine your light. So if you're giving off a false light or a fake light, how are people going to see you and know who you are authentically and love you for who you are? Where is the freedom in that? Like, you're saying that you desire the freedom, and that's where in the beginning of the reading it was like, this is what I want, but I'm scared. This is what I desire, but I'm afraid of all these other different things that could come along with that. And it's a valid fear. However, it's just how you choose to live your life. And it says selflessness. Selflessness. I'm actually going to go with invisibility first. You're curious as to how it goes and what it feels like to have this type of love, to truly be seen. Because right now you feel invisible. You feel like people don't see you for who you are. Again, with the creatress, you are having a hard time to validate your own gifts and your own things that you love to do, and the gifts that you give into the world, because it seems like nobody else seems to care. It's like, I almost want to say it's like the gardener. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really cares about what the gardener does and how much work they put in and all this other kind of stuff until they see the result. And sometimes when in the midst of the gardener doing what it does, it's muddy, it's dirty. It might not look like what you think it's supposed to look like. Some of the flowers might die. Some of the weeds might come up, and they're constantly doing and doing and doing and doing and doing. And people are passing you by like, that's crazy. I wouldn't do that. I don't care to do that. Or they just, you know what I mean? Like they're very dismissive. And then it's not until you've finally bloomed your garden, now they want, oh wow, ooh wee, but it doesn't feel authentic to you because they didn't appreciate you during the process. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, I've been doing this whole time. Now you see me. I had to do something great. It's like conditioning yourself to believe that love is performative. You know what I mean? Like, of course there's boundaries, and people like what they like and stuff like that, but the lie is you have to do certain things in order for people to love you. That is the lie, because there are people out there that will love you for exactly who you are. The reference that's coming to my mind right now is Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and all their friends. Like, even though Eeyore was going through whatever Eeyore was going through, they never not invited it. I don't know if Eeyore is a boy or a girl, but they never not invited Eeyore in order to go. They knew Eeyore was probably going to be quiet in the corner. They knew Eeyore was going to think everything was a bad idea, but Eeyore was a part of the crew, so guess what? Eeyore came. You got to give people the opportunity to see you for who you are and love you for exactly that. No matter the season. No matter the season. But also you have to accept that in that there are people that are going to realize, maybe this isn't my cup of tea. And that is their right. Because you don't want people around you that don't think you are their cup of tea. Because then what is that going to cause you to do? Pretend? It's going to cause you to pretend to do whatever it is that they want you to do in order to keep them around, while you shutting off and killing off different parts of yourself. When deep down you desire to be visible. You desire to be seen. You desire to be loved. You desire to be appreciated. You desire to be confident in yourself, showing who you are from the root, from the soul. And then I got selflessness. I'm not gonna lie. I keep getting two different messages for selflessness, so I'm gonna go ahead and clarify. That's why I waited, because selflessness was coming. It's coming out like this is a lot. Selflessness is coming out like the illusion of thinking you doing somebody a favor by not showing up. Yes, you think you being loyal by, like, you think you're doing somebody a favor, or you think you're being loyal to these other people by dimming yourself, but it's not truly what it is that you want, and you don't have faith that people will actually love and care for you the way that you desire. But what you don't understand is there's going to be a little bit of irritation and agitation, and you learning to be a completely different person. You have to be flexible. You have to understand that there's an ebb and flow to life. You're going to have to understand that there are things that are going to shift and move when you start to show up as your most authentic self. For example, just a little anecdote, okay? I have been in this spiritual thing since about 2019. I had been so uncomfortable with showing this side of me and this version of me for a very, very long time. And I realized that there was a whole world that I desired to be in, participate in, felt whole and complete in. And because I was concerned about the whispers of others, I wasn't willing to put myself out there like that. And even still, there are some things that I'm not in a space to talk about or confirm or conversate about. But like, doing it scared, putting myself out there has probably by far been the best thing I've ever done for myself. Putting my best foot forward, being authentic, sowing the proper seeds so that the right people can come into my life, sowing the proper seeds so that my mentor can show up, so that other people who are like-minded can show up, so that other situations and other areas in my life can expand. And it has been legitimately the best experience I've had thus far, because it's the most authentic. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I'm truly being exactly who it is that I am. Not just who I desire to be, but who I'm supposed to be, showing up who I am right now. And can people change? Absolutely. People change every day. But the thing is, you get to make the determination of who you want to be. Other people do not get to make that determination for you. But in that, it's a level of strength, love, character, authenticity, grace, and there's another word. I don't know. I can't think of the love. Is it empathy? Great, giving yourself grace and mercy. Because all I'm feeling right now is a big hug. It's like, give yourself grace. I'm just like, here, like, just try it, baby. Just try it. Like, it's so strange. It's like, it's just a really big hug that I'm getting from that. Anything else, Spirit? Ooh, this is gonna be a powerful one. And then I'm gonna conclude this collective reading, and then I'm gonna go into the paid reading. How would you like to close this off? What are some things that we can do to help? Feeling safe. We just talked about that. You want to be able to feel safe in your own skin. Feel safe to be able to show up as your most authentic self. And man, it's a beautiful feeling, but you got to take that leap of faith, man. You got to take that leap of faith. It's going to be scary, but how will you know? See, truth. Test the spirit. How will you know that you will be safe or won't be safe in that space until you try it? You got to know the truth for yourself, but also understand and know that it is the truth. The truth stands alone by itself. It doesn't need your permission to, authenticate it. The truth is the truth all by itself. Okay. But safety, the illusion that you won't be safe showing up as your most authentic self, is just that, an illusion. What else? Liberation. Again, another card of freedom. Liberate yourself. Because that's what it is. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. There's nobody keeping you from showing up as who you are but you. Because once you realize all the places that you are not supposed to be, it makes it so much easier to find the places that you are supposed to be. Okay. Last two cards. Wow. So we've got naked, which means vulnerability, exposure, truth, honesty, showing up as your most authentic self, and giving and receiving. Knowing that in that giving and receiving, it is called balance. And in that balancing, it's not just the giving and receiving of goods and the giving and receiving of emotions and finances, all these different things. It's the giving and receiving of love. Is the giving and receiving of friends from God. It's the giving and receiving of blessings and the reorganizing of your life that you imagine for yourself in here to be out here. Because it's a phrase that's coming to me. It's like, you do what you can do and God will handle the rest. Not asking you to do everything, because you're not meant to stand beside God. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do and allow God to handle the rest, to put the people in your life, to align that job, to align those people, to ensure that you get the car that you desire, or whatever it is that you're trying to organize. It is God's job to help do all that. But you got to do what you do by shining your light so that the right people can find you too. Okay. Whew. All right. So that was the collective reading. I hope that resonated with y'all. I see a couple people in the chat. What it do, baby? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm the Transformational Empress, and my goal is to, long story short, find women that were like me, women that experienced trauma, women that have experienced being, having depression, anxiety, PTSD, and other hangups. I'll say it like that. Women who have had experience of over and over and over and over again dark things happening, and find themselves in a hole. They found themselves in a pit and they can't quite figure out how to crawl out of that. That is who I'm looking for, because there were experiences in my life. I lost my mom, my marriage, my job, and my daughter was attacked by a pit bull at the age of 3, all within a year and a half. And when I tell you I had to crawl from the pits of hell, baby, I had to crawl from the pits of hell. Anxiety, depression, PTSD, and debilitating migraines took over my goddamn life. You hear me? But little by little, I was able to gain momentum in my life. And I'm not saying it was easy, but my goal is to be able to show you, give you the game, identify any self-limiting beliefs that you may have about your situation, give you the game, and then spark small moments of realization, small moments of healing, and help you to apply that so that you can really get the pendulum swinging in your life, get those gears going in your life. And sometimes when you are moving at full speed this way, it's going to take some time to stop it here in order to slowly go back the other way. So I am that momentum starter for you. My goal is to stop that wheel of BS that's going on in your life. Stop that wheel of frustration. Stop that wheel of debt. Stop that wheel of burden after burden after burden. And rewire that mindset. Retrain your subconscious mind so that we can get everything that you imagine for yourself in here, out here. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put these cards up. Chantel, are you still in the chat, baby girl? You ready? Is you ready? Is you ready? If you could, there's a little button down there at the bottom right hand corner. Can you go ahead and put your question in there? I believe it was about work and finances. Also, don't be shy. Like, I can read y'all comments. I see you in here. Say something. Say something. Say something, baby. Say something. Say something, baby. Say something. Hello dear. I'm gonna check and make sure, see if I have any more any other readings. Hey, you ready? You ready? You ready? Okay, go ahead and post your question, please, so that we can get started for you. I'm not fully sure, but I know I want to start with that deck for sure. With you, am I on a correct career path for my highest good? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Cool, 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 cool. Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit. Guys that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good, please go ahead and cleanse and clear the collective energy out of here at this time as we invite Chantel's energy. Return the energy back to the collective. And we invite in Chantel's energy, cleanse and clear. I feel anxious yet excited. Like, I actually feel bubbly. So it's funny because, you know, I know you personally. So the fact that this energy is coming in bubbly is saying good things, because you haven't been very bubbly lately. You my girl, you tough as nails, an amazing teacher, and you be loving all on them kids, and I'm so proud of you. I just want you to know that from the bottom of my heart, and I just wanted to say that publicly. I love you, and I'm so proud of you, of everything you do. Now, with that being said, divine guides, guardians, and ancestors that wish to see Chantel walk the highest path for her greatest good, we are asking that you give her some insight on her path and on her life and whatnots. Hey Jessie, hey Pookie Poo. We are asking that you give some insight with her on her career and where she is and where she is going. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love her. Let me tell you something. I can already see I'm going to be one of those unorthodox kind of tarot readers, because every time I see somebody I know in the chat, especially those who have been very influential to me and for me, like, I'm going to shout you out. Like, Jess, she was also a very pivotal individual in the aiding and the healing of my journey while I was in Louisiana. And we went through a lot out there. And I just want to give her a little shout out as well. Like, love her to pieces. But back to Chantel and her energy when it comes to work. Okay, I don't see anything out here that supports it as of yet, but I'm thinking expansion. Like, you know that meme, think big, bitch. Like, you're on the right path, but you gotta think bigger. So this right here says take a risk. Okay. With that, and then you see in the compass right up there at the top, like, it's giving me look up. Like, you do your work and you look down, and then you see the kids, and they're all, on this level right here. But if you pick your head up just a little bit higher, you're going to see something from a completely different perspective, a completely different direction, and maybe you'll see what else is available to you. I don't know what this expansion is, but whatever it is, you are more than capable, and you are more than knowledgeable to be able to carry out the duties of whatever this is. And I don't know why I chose to say duties. I just heard principle. I'm just throwing that out there. Like I said, this is funny because I know you personally, and I don't think we ever spoke on that. But it's also talking about courage. Talking about courage to do the things that you never thought. Courage to expand. Courage to utilize the knowledge, the education, the love, and the care that you have for doing what it is that you already do to make moves. Chantel, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm hearing your own school, bro. Like your goals and your capabilities, you have the ability to have and run your own school. And I'm not being funny. Like I really hope you see the seriousness on my face. Like everything that you're learning right now, the frustrating times, the how to handle this type of person, that type of person, having to deal, like having to, learn different types of communication styles, with co-workers, with the kids, caring about the standards and the mental capacity of what these kids are supposed to be doing and what they're supposed to be learning. Like, you care. And because of that, it's like you have the potential to like grow and grow and grow. So as far as like what you're doing, you're where you're supposed to be, but I'm hearing different ideas. I heard principal, I heard your own school, I heard the district office, like up, like that's what that look up is, like up. Self-regulation. We're gonna take a risk. Self-regulation. And this one spun all the way around. Cleansing. We gonna get there. You feeling that? Touch me when you said, yeah. I'm telling you, it's something about it. It's really something about it. Like, nah, you gotta think big, bitch. Like, this is not, nah. Okay, that's a lot. We gonna see, though. We gonna see. And then I got communicate at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Ooh. I think communicate is supposed to be out here. That's going to square it off. And then go for it is at the bottom of the deck again. Okay. So I'm also going to use tarot to clarify this. I already know what deck I'm going to use for that. Okay. So what I'm seeing is you have the capability to do all of these things. Like, you have it in you. You have the knowledge. You have the passion. You as you are, have everything you need to be able to do it. It's just a matter of stepping into your power, stepping in with courage to be able to do these things. I'm also seeing self-regulation. So with self-regulation, that tells me like you got a rainbow and a bull. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to say it's love hate. It's like a beautiful challenge. It's like how do people say it? It's like a beautiful burnout. Like the way you love doing what it is that you're doing, the way you go for these kids, the way you enjoy bringing light and color to, and then with the bull, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, now, okay, the bull is representing the kids. The way you shine your light, your love, and your empathy onto these kids that may have had less than ideal experiences. Sometimes it's like wrangling a bull, but they are so freaking appreciative. It's like taming a beast. You know what I mean? But in that arena of you learning that on a small scale, that is going to translate on a bigger scale when you start to run your own school as a principal, as a dean of, wherever, or, stepping into a place or a space in the district office. And with your knowledge, listen, I think you're supposed to do some cleaning. I think you're supposed to do some cleaning up house of the school system with everything that you know. Because dang, cleansing is literally in the heart of the reading. Like, with everything that you know, all of your experiences, everything that you have had happen around you thus far, it is going to be the ammo that you know and need in order to help to clean out the BS that are in the school systems. And like, I'm trying to ground this message, because when I tell you, it's like you have a duty. Like, it's not even being funny. But like, the next card is slow it down. Okay, slow it down. What I get is, in order to accomplish bigger things, it's going to require you to not take on other people's stuff. Like, slowing it down. Take your time. Think through it. But see where you're going. When you pick your head up, scope the scene first. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though this dream is huge, even though it's awesome, it's courageous, it's, motivating and stuff like that, like, it's giving, take your time. You don't have to rush, because the position is yours. Whatever this position is, the position is yours. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing for the school system or a school. I don't know why I'm saying school system. Like, I hate to put you in responsibility of the whole type of school system. You feel me? But like, no, for real. It's like that. Like, take your time, see what it is, take notes. That's what it is. You already have the knowledge. You already have the know-how. But knowing you being as meticulous as you can be, and the fact that you really love what it is that you do, you're going to want to do it right. And yeah, when I say go do it right, it was a peace in my heart. Like, no, that was it. The way you care about these kids, the smile you get on their face when you bring something into the classroom, or when they realize today is a fun day and this, that, and stuff, that is what you do it for. When you start this cleansing, when you start, utilizing and getting into these positions, remember why you started. Okay. Now, transformation. As you can see, there's this young lady in the middle, and she looks like a boss bee, like she is the fire. She is the energy that is fueling the fire in her hands. Like, she is the fuel. And not only does she show up as her most authentic self, kind of like the reading we just did for the collective, but not only does she show up as her most authentic self, look, she got her right hand and her left hand man. She got people there to protect her while she's looking up. Checking the scene, making sure that everything is taken care of down here. She has people in place that are trustworthy to make sure that everything down here is still being taken care of. Does that make sense? So in you doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing, there are going to be people that also agree with you, that are in unison with you, that are aligned with you, that are going to help you and elevate you to do what it is that you need to do. Next is take a breath. Take a breath and communicate. I don't know if you struggle with a certain type of communication or confrontation or whatever it is. It says take a breath and communicate, which to me says it may come a time where you're going to have to say what it is that you want to do or do it scared. But even if you have to take a moment, gather your thoughts, figure out what it is that you want to say to get into these rooms, into these doors. And I do know that you have a certain way that you enjoy doing things. You're very, very balanced in a sense of like Libra scales. You want to get the job done, but you also want to ensure that everybody is getting what it is that they need and desire in order to get the job done. And that is going to be what makes you so fucking special in this. Okay. Now, is it going to require you to have a backbone? Yes. But the thing about this is you're going to have to have a backbone for yourself, but there are also going to be people looking over your show and she said what the she said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be that too. You're not going to be going into this alone. And I think that's what's beautiful about this, because everything else kind of shows the cards and the programming and all that kind of stuff. But then you get to this card right here and it's like, I have arrived, and the dog is over here like, yes, you fucking did. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm enjoying with that. Okay. So let's clarify with the tarot real quick. We're going to clarify with the tarot real quick. Ooh. Also, I enjoy shuffling, baby. Shuffling is where I get a lot of the channel messages from. So if you see me just sitting here and shuffling, it's because I'm getting information. Also, anybody else that come into the live, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Ty. I am the Transformational Empress. I'll go over my spiel in a second. I don't want to use this channel. However, if you are enjoying this live and you're enjoying this reading and the way that I do read, you can definitely book an $11 reading in the at the link in the description box. Also, if you don't want to go through all the rigmarole, you can send the $11 in the Cash App that is in the link as well. All right, card. Let's get Spirit. Let's get one card for each, please. Clarify, take a risk. Thank you. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands usually represents planning. It usually represents partnership. It represents taking a time out to move. You said so hilarious because I just had a crazy conversation about an education transformation. I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's really like that. It's really like that. But with this Two of Wands in reverse, for you, it's giving, don't wait. Because you're going to run into analysis paralysis. Hi, Bo. Hey, my people's coming in here. Thank y'all so much. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all so much for coming. This Two of Wands in reverse is giving, don't wait. Because the longer you think the longer you're going to sit. That's what I'm getting. Because it sits right on top of this take a risk card. And you going to think yourself right on top of it. Thank you so much. I appreciate whatever time you give, honey. I greatly appreciate you. Spirit, clarify the knowledge card for me, please. Clarify the knowledge. God dang it, didn't I tell you? So, didn't I say whatever it is that you choose to do, you already have the knowledge to do what it is that you want to do. The magician came out. The magician represents having all of your resources, the thoughts, the plans, the heart, even to get it done. It's your willpower. It's your ability to manifest. It's the creative mind process about it. This is a get done card. Okay, that's what it is. So you have the knowledge to get done quickly at that. Okay, so woo, girl, I'm so excited for you. Like I'm starting to shake. I'm so excited for you, for real. Whoo, I need a ground. Courage. Give me one for courage, Spirit. No, give it here. I told you, you have the heart for this man. With having the courage to do this, you might be a little bit nervous. You might not know how you're going to do it, but your heart is going to lead the way. The meekness of your heart, the willingness to learn, your willingness to be gentle and to be gentle, to learn, to come in, not just trying to change a whole bunch of stuff at first. You know what I'm saying? To come in, learn, get to know the people, get to know the processes a little bit better. Like it's so meek and mild, but at the same time, it's something about the way you do what you do that's going to be perfect for this job. That's what it is. It's something about the way you do what it is that you do. Your personality, how your mannerisms, how you see peace, how you see balance. That is what's going to make you so great for this job. So for self-regulation, ooh, okay. Self-regulation, something is going to change or something is going to come to an end. What's going to come to an end? So when it comes to self-regulation, okay, self-regulation is already kind of self-explanatory. How you come back to center, how you calm down, how you react to experiences and then bring it back. The way you do that now is not going to serve you when you get into this position. So when you're working, and again, you know this as a teacher, when you're working with kids, when you're working with older people who might be set in their ways, getting frustrated or mouthing off. Not saying that's what you're doing, but these are just the examples that are coming to my head. There's a certain way that you might handle conflict or certain situations or being overwhelmed that is not going to serve you during this time. So the 10 of Swords is number one, a card of completion, but also it talks about betrayal, being stabbed in the back, and or something coming to an end. And what's coming to an end is the Strength card. You having the what's coming to an end? We just talked about you being meek and mild and there being a special way of you handling this. That same deer is here stabbed up. That exact same deer. Self-regulation. Oh, self-regulation. What they're saying is you're going to run into certain situations that are going to make you want to change who you are. Don't let it. Have the strength, the confidence to continue to be that genuine person that you are. It doesn't mean being soft. It doesn't mean, being weak. You know what I'm saying? But also when painful things arise, hi thingies, how you doing? Come in, sit back, relax. And if you happen to like the way I read, go ahead and book you reading. They're only $11 for the month of October. They're usually $22, but I'm doing a half off promotion for the entire month of October. If you would like a reading, go ahead and check the link in the bio and go from there. You can either go through the Cash App route or you can actually book through the site. Either one is perfectly fine. But don't allow them to change who you are as you go through this journey and learning. And then we're back to the cleansing card again. I'm gonna go ahead and say, before I even flip these cards, find a way for self-care. Find a way to reground yourself. Find something that you enjoy doing. Lord, that fell all the way over. Find something that you enjoy doing that is going to reset you, that is going to remind you what it is that you're doing, the amount of peace that it gives you, and remind you why you're doing what you're doing. I'm trying to make sure I got all the cards. And the card that came out with that is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of acknowledgement, a card of victory, success. And what that's giving me is you're going to be successful in your journey to cleaning up the education system. You just gotta stick to these other things up here. You're going to be 1,000% successful, because again, the cleansing card is literally in the heart and in the center of this reading. So it's representative of everything that is going to happen around you. So you're going to have victory and success in this. This is something that you're meant to do. You were built for this. You were made for this, literally. Now we're going to clarify, slow it down, Spirit. They're telling me to slow it down, okay? Slow it down. I got the Ten of Cups and the Tower card. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Okay, yes. So with the slow it down card, I remember saying that it was a matter of, coming in easy, making yourself at home, coming in, learning the processes, not coming in bombarding people and all that type of stuff, ensuring that you're building the relationships and everything that you need in order to get things done. And it's giving incognito, for real. Okay, you're gonna go in, make all the harmonious relationships and stuff like that, and then you're gonna turn shit upside down. And I personally don't see it as a bad thing. I don't see it as a bad thing, because what I'm understanding right here is the fact that this is something that needs to be done. This is something that needs to be done. And the Tower card doesn't always mean something negative, nasty, or mean. The Tower card can simply mean a shock, a change, a revelation. Like while you're going in and you're slowing down and you're seeing, you're slowly working your way up the totem pole, trying to figure out how to do X, Y, and Z, getting information, getting inside information. This is going to be something that you might find out some information that startles you. You might find out some information that that can benefit you even more. Or that Tower card can also be the trigger that makes you go, oh, okay, yeah, now we're ready to take off. Because again, the very next card is Transformation. So we're going to go into that one real quick. Transformation, the Tower card. I don't know, it's giving something is going to trigger. Your job right now is to find places and spaces for you to start elevating. As you do that, you're going to come into some information. Something is going to shock you. Something is going to come to mind. Something is going to shift you into this transformation. And while you go into this transformation, the Queen of Pentacles came out. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this is Queen Bee. This is a mothering energy. This is an energy of, I'm going to find a way. This is an energy of nurturing. It's an energy of nurturing, resources, reliability. That's the type of person this is. Something is, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like you're probably gonna find out something that's going on with these kids, or you're gonna find out that something is not being done properly that hinders the kids from their growth. You're gonna find out something that is whatever it is, it's gonna put you in mama mode. It's gonna put you in mama mode, and you're gonna go, oh no 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 no, this is not right. This is not right, and it's going to start that chain reaction that's going to cause all of this to go. But again, opening up that space, opening up your thought process to even be able to expand is what's going to allow for this type of energy to come in. So we're going to go with take a breath. Let's clarify. Take a breath. Chantel, how you feeling about this reading so far, baby? What you thinking? Take a breath. Again, this young lady right here is sitting by herself, independent, enjoying her break, taking that time out. And then this is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is usually like a card of standing your ground, setting your boundaries. And as you can see with the scissors up top, it may require you to cut some people off. I'm talking about overwhelmed. I'd be overwhelmed too if I found out I was a superhero overnight. What you mean? What you mean? And I'm sorry. I get so excited because you, like I said, you my girl. You my girl. So seeing that, like, I've always known you were destined for greatness, and I've always told you, like, you're that teacher that we enjoyed having in school, that bring the cakes and then, made fractions fun because we're cutting Play Doh and, instead of X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always said that. And this is, I'm sure you're like, this is beyond what you thought. This is beyond what I thought and understood too. But girl, like, I keep trying to tell you, it's something about it, because anybody can do a job, but there's few people who have a heart to do it. It's almost like doctors. There's doctors that do it for the money, but then there's doctors that do it for the passion, do it for the love, do it for, the patients and making sure that they're happy and healthy. You do it for the kids, and that's what makes you different from all these other people. And that's why it has to be you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say that to put pressure on yourself. I say that to emphasize the fact that you are special. You know what I'm saying? Like, going back to the reading that we had, and like I said, this is that reading was for the collective. So the group of individuals that may have been coming in and out today, like, that is the energy that was around. So, you know what I'm saying? That's not just you, but this is why it has to be you. And it's crazy because it's like, no matter the things that you like or dislike about yourself, it's like the compilation of everything that you are as a person is why this job is for you. It's so beautiful. God works in mysterious ways. You hear me? Anyway, so communicate. And the Champion of Wands. The Champion of Wands is also the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, if I'm not mistaken, is either the fastest moving knight in the deck or the second fastest. I don't know which one is faster out of the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. I want to say this is the fastest and then the Knight of Swords. But anyway, Wands represents passion, forward movement, and communication. So you got double communication on here. So again, remember, you might find out something that triggers you into being, oh no, not my babies. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, this ain't right. We don't like this X, Y, and Z. It says to take a breath. Take a breath. Okay? And communicate. So what this is saying is, before you start the movement, because again, I don't know what this trigger is going to be. I don't know what this tower is going to be. But whatever it is, it's saying take a break and then communicate. In this taking a break, you might need to go through and decipher who it is that you can trust and who you can't trust with whatever information it is that you have. You may have to figure out who is involved in the situation and, get them squares out your circle. Okay. And then again, the Knight of Wands. It's The Knight of Wands is passionate for movement. But it also doesn't mind making mistakes. Like, we in here and we'll learn on the fly if we need to type energy. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I feel like I need to pick up one more deck to kind of bring all of this in. Like, okay, now that we have this information, like, what do we do with it, you know? And again, hi, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, peeps. Welcome to the Transformational Empress. Long story short, I'm looking for those who are wanting to work on their limited self-beliefs, those who are wanting to do something different for themselves and others, to make a difference in their lives, to swing that pendulum back, to start a different type of momentum in their life. My readings, I prefer to do healing readings. I prefer to do readings that tell you where to go from here. I prefer to do readings that identify internal issues so that we can help you to go on your most powerful and productive path forward. So if you are looking to get a reading like that, and I do the other ones, of course, but I prefer doing empowerment readings. I prefer doing readings that truly help you get somewhere. The drama is cool. Okay, I'm here for the drama. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm here for the drama, but I'm here for the motivation. I'm here for the glow up. Okay, I'm here for the life purpose. That's what I'm here for. Self-confidence. Self-confidence. What is it that she needs to know about this? What else is she going to need? What does help wrap this thing on up? What does she need to know at this point? You're on the right path. You're on the right path. You as you are or enough. Oh my stinking goodness. So this is the Empress, aka Mother Nature. And looking at it from this angle, it looks like Mother Nurture. So so the original Empress card is a young lady that is pregnant, and that pregnancy is supposed to represent fertility and fruitfulness and having everything it is that you need in order to do a thing. And the thing is, the Empress card, the Empress doesn't even do. She attracts. She sits back in her beautiful chair and she sits just like this, and anything she needs comes to her. So what that tells me is that now that you're in the know of this situation, whether you want to or not, your brain is going to start to look for these opportunities now. And because you're looking for them, God can speak to you and you might actually listen and pick up on it. So it's going to come to you now. It's going to come to you. Things are going to align. And all these things that you were already going through, and you're like, God, I don't know why I got to do this. What is this even for? What is this certification? What is this? What is this that? That's what it is. Okay, what else we got? I feel like it was something else in here too. No. Oh my goodness. So, girl, the Queen of Pentacles has come out twice. Remember I told you the Queen of Pentacles was reliable. She's resourceful. She's nurturing. I already told you that this Empress is all four queens in one. So that means she's knowledgeable. She's discerning. She has all the resources. She's loving, kind, compassionate. And then again, she's supportive. It's really no need for you to be overwhelmed or afraid, because this is you. This is all your natural energy. And let me tell you how synchronicities work, okay? Do you see at the very top, there's a bee right there? At the very top, that's a B. And then that this Queen of Pentacles is also a B. So that lets you know that you're right, that we're spot on with this thing. That's how synchronicities work. We are spot on with this thing. Anything else you got, spirits, let her know. You're aligned, boo. The Empress and the Emperor, and I know you don't understand tarot, but when I tell you this is by far like the best stinking matches that you can have, because it means your divine highest feminine energy and your divine highest masculine energy working together. So you have this masculine energy that is protecting and providing for this feminine energy to thrive. What this can also mean is discipline. It can mean discipline, determination, and getting the things that it is that you want to do because you care about these kids so goddamn much. It's going to come natural to you. And this is literally from the highest freaking, I don't want to say the highest order, but like, this is cosmically aligned for you. Like, this is written in the stars for you. This was made for you. That's why I keep telling you, like, nobody can do this but you. This is for you. This is literally for you. This is what you're destined to do. And you can't be afraid to do it. But like I said, whatever this tower moment is I have a feeling it's not only going to kick that any fear that you might have about this. It might even enrage you, and that's going to be your fuel to get it done. Any last messages, Spirit? Any last messages? And this will be my last one. Any last messages, Spirit? Okay. We got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Somebody, I want to explode. I know. I know. This is a lot, girl. It really is a lot. But like, you're destined for great things, man. And I love that for you. But the last card is the Voyager. Remember I told you that this destiny is created in the stars for you. And the more you move in alignment, it's like you're literally traveling along your soul's purpose. This is true alignment. This is what you're meant to do. This is true stinking alignment. All you have to do is trust. That's what I'm hearing. All you have to do is trust. So I'm channeling a little bit. God knows exactly who you are and how you are as a person. So he's calculated your flaws. He's calculated your level of practice in discerning, your level of understanding in his will, or the alignments of the universe, or how things work. All of that don't matter. It's foo-foo stuff. It's about trusting. It's about you doing what it is that you know you're supposed to be doing, and trusting that they're going to take care of the rest. Have comfort in that. Find peace in that. Because it's some type of peace that you get when you realize that your steps are ordered. When you realize that what it is that you are doing is actually aligned with who you are as a person. You can't fuck this up. It's literally who you are. As long as you move authentically and integrity, you can't fuck this up, because this is for you. Your heart was considered in this. Your temperament was considered in this. The way you process certain things was considered in this. It's for you. That concludes the reading, girl. All that for $11? Woo! No. I'm trying to tell you, y'all go ahead and get y'all readings. Go ahead and get y'all readings. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and check and see if there's any right now. Nope, not yet. All right. Yeah, girl. I'm trying to tell you. That's what we got. Hold on, let me see. Okay. It's 9/11. Yeah. Do you have any questions? Is there anything that you wanted to know? Anything that you wanted to expand upon? Anything? I do, but I don't know if I can handle it. You so funny. Well, it's up to you. It's completely up to you if you want to go that route, but I'll say I would ask now before I close the reading, because if you ask later, it's going to be another $11. It's going to be another 11. Another 11. I think I just need to process. Does my personal affect or hinder this process, or are they completely separate? Let's see here. I'm seeing both of these, but I'm feeling this deck mostly. Spirit, how does her personal life affect the destiny of this? I'm rich. I know my friend. I'm going to pull another card. Because you saw me shuffle, right? You saw me shuffle. Because this is why I'm pulling another card. Because the exact same card, the communicate card, came out and nothing is coming back out. So having the courage to communicate, having the courage to communicate the changes coming up in your life. So if they align and they don't interfere, it's fine. But one thing about tarot readings, once you have the information, you are now held accountable for the information. So if you know you're supposed to be doing something that God told you to do and other things start to hinder that, then it's going to become more and more agitating. Whatever it is that is hindering that message is going to whatever is hindering what it is that you're supposed to do in your divine purpose is going to become more and more unbearable. And as you can see, it says love, change your tune. So however the dynamic is in this relationship or this situation right now, it may be something, it may be some adjustments that need to be made, but you're already on the go, because love is not just, a significant other. Love is the love of your children. Who's going to take them to soccer practice type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to be in control or in charge of X, Y, and Z while you're helping to get this stuff mixed up, changed up, and all that kind of stuff. But also keep in mind, your support is going to be ready and available to help you get these things done. Because I'm sure you're not going to be the only person that is fed up with whatever is happening during that time, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. The law of attraction came up in reverse. So what is the opposite of attraction? Repelling. So there's a possibility that it could hinder. it could hinder you bringing in the things that you desire, you making these changes that God has called you to change. But it's up to you to change the tune. It's up to you to figure it out. Because if it does become a hindrance, like I said, it's going to become an irritant. It's going to make you very uncomfortable. It's going to make your skin crawl trying to handle it. Truth. It's going to make your motherfucking skin crawl. Truth. That's it. That's it. At the bottom of the deck, process your feelings. Process your feelings. God's like, take it all in, baby girl. Take it all in. Take it all in, Sugarfoot. Take it all in, Sugarfoot. Yes, yes, yes. Did anybody else want a reading while we're live? Oh, yeah. Also, again, if you're not looking to get a reading, thank you so much for it. I can't breathe. I know. If there's anyone else who doesn't want a reading, or you find this reading very thorough, very entertaining, very awesome, very loving, very truthful, go ahead and send this to a few people you think that might like it. You might think enjoy these types of reading. Anybody who you think needs a good word of encouragement, anybody you believe that might need a little bit of love, looking for, where it is that they're going, how to get there, that type of stuff. Yeah. So go ahead and share the live, click the like button so that more people can come through and see what it is and what it ain't. Greatly appreciated. Chantel, do you have any other questions, my dear? I meant to ask that before I did all that. Do you have any more questions? There it is. Somehow I can't breathe, Lord. I know. But listen, you knew you was destined for greatness. No, you're good. Okay, well, your energy is yours, my dear. Cleansed, charged, and protected. Spirit, I call my energy back as well. Cleansed, charged, and protected. Woo! That was good. That was good. I love me a good reading, because people really don't be thinking that they special sometimes. Like we really all be destined for greatness. Like what was it? There's a Bible verse where they talk about the prodigal son, and he was eating out the pig pen, and then he came to himself, or there was some type of realization, like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to be here. I'm better than this. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. When it came to Moses, he was like, nah, I'm this, I'm that. Like, how can I be out here, trying to do X, Y, and Z type message? Why not you? Why not you? Why not you? I love that. I stinking love that. So yeah, while we're here, and again, please go ahead and share the live to anyone you believe that might enjoy this type of reading. I personally love sharing the message, encouraging other people, helping them get to the root of their self-limiting beliefs so that they're able to see the world that they imagine for themselves out here. And we got things to do. We got things to do as a collective. There is an amazing group an amazing group of powerful women that I am seeking. And here's the thing. I don't even need you to believe that you're powerful. I don't need you to believe that you're amazing. I just need you to believe that you are better than your situation. I just need you to believe that there's a way out. That's it. That's all I need. I just need you to believe that there is a way out. And where there is a will, there's a way. Okay. And speaking of, let's see, is there a word for the collective when it talks about getting out of a rut, spirit? Is there a word for the collective? Let me go ahead and change the energy up real quick. Is there a word? Boom. It's this reminds me. So I did a reading on TikTok a few days ago, and it was speaking on situations where there might have been some women who could possibly have been pregnant and in unfavorable situations or positions with the father of their child. And it was speaking on, feeling like they didn't feel like they have a way out, or not knowing what to do, or feeling, I'm trying to watch my words, feeling an unhealthy level of loyalty to this person when they have given them nothing but their ass to kiss. And I believe this energy is coming back up because I've got the three of swords, which means heartbreak, and then heartbreak, hard, disappointing lessons, and the Queen of Wands. And then this particular card, the Queen of Wands is usually not pregnant, but she is today. So the Queen of Wands is usually representative of a very confident, very sexy individual, very free spirited, but also very charismatic. And this young lady is pregnant. But also in being pregnant, she has this mask on. She's wearing a mask of confidence. Eagles usually mean like confidence, boldness. And it gives me the idea that maybe it's not that confidence is not as authentic. She's tired. She's pregnant. She's pushing on being strong, but that's not necessarily how she feels inside. Yeah. Inside, she feels a deep sense of separation. She feels alone. She feels in her head, doesn't know what to do. I wanted to get back to this message, though. I'm going to post that I got back to this message on TikTok. But she feels separated from her friends, from her family, isolated. And what else, Spirit? And is in need of protection, is in need of true masculine energy, is in need of reciprocity, give and take. They're in need of the energy of getting back what they put into a situation. I got the Emperor card here and the Six of Pentacles, which means, reciprocation, getting what you give out of a situation. And I don't know, it feels like this is what they're longing from the person. I don't know if that's what they're actually getting back. Based on this energy, there's no way that's what you feel like you're getting. I think that's what they long to have. Give me more, Spirit. source of all that is. Give me more about this situation. I think this is a sign that help is on the way. I think that this is a sign of that help is on the way. It's going to be a masculine energy. It doesn't mean that it has to actually be a male or a female, but there is going to be somebody that comes in with that protect, provide type energy, that emotional security with that king. This is the King of Cups right here, coming through and holding you, giving you that emotional security that you truly desire for yourself. It's giving knight in shining armor energy. Whew. I'm glad. That was a sigh of relief right there. I felt that. What else, Spirit? What else do we need to know about this situation? Got the Nine of Cups, which is indulgence, self-indulgence, being content, happy, joy after a long period of pain, seeming like. We've got the 11 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles here, which is usually a message, a token of appreciation, honesty, information, a giving of a resource or an idea or something tangible to be able to take and run with, for you to be able to take and run with. And if you can see how these cards are actually aligned, generosity is at the center of the spread. So again, generosity, somebody coming in to offer some type of relief, some type of love, some type of care, even if it's just emotional support. There are pentacles that are showing up, so yes, you will get some emotional support, but it's definitely also going to be some physical, tangible support, including generosity and honesty in a situation. And then I have the Star card right here, which represents hopes, dreams, healing, and also a dream come true type situation. And right after that, we've got the Death card, which means that an ending, something had to end in order for some type of beginning. As you can see, you've got the skull and the baby, which kind of represents a rebirth. But again, I'd hate to say this, but there could be a termination of the little one above. And I say that because we have the Four of Cups right here, but this one is frozen and it has somebody who is cold and their eyes closed. So it's kind of giving that idea, but I'm not going to pull it because I was just on the bottom of the deck. So that could just be some side information. Give me one to clarify for this. For this King of Cups. So we've got the King of Cups, and then we have the King of Wands. So somebody coming in strong, clever, charismatic, usually a business owner, someone who gives off a very powerful type of energy, but also very sexy and alluring. But in this particular case, it shows up as integrity. So whoever this individual that shows up for you is really going to be a person of, like, a stand-up person, a person of honor, a person of integrity, a person who is willing to give you a true energy exchange of the things that you truly desire for yourself in this life. And this is coming after a situation of heartbreak, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm glad to find out that after that very dark reading that I had the other day, that there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Can we get some more information on okay, because I got time today, I'm gonna come back to this deck, but I'm gonna go in with the What Lies Beneath deck. Oh, also, I don't think I said this, but the decks that I've used so far today, I believe, are all in, I have compiled a list of all the decks that I have, own, and love. And if you happen to like any of the decks that I'm using, you do tarot and you want to do your own readings, and you're like, oh my gosh, that deck is so cute. Well, I have compiled a list in my bio site that will take you directly to the decks that I love and use on these lives. So you can purchase through the link in the bio site. Now, I grabbed the What Lies Beneath just to go a little bit deeper into the behind the scene of the past situation. We know that in the future that there's going to be somebody that comes along and really helps and nurtures the situation. But, you know, I'm kind of curious, like, how did we get here in the first place? What is the energy surrounding that background energy? So right now it says recording, announcement, expression, or revealing. So something came out. Something was revealed. And I'm guessing people were not very happy about it. Yes, so we've got recording, announcement, revealing. We've got investigating here. We got investigating, hater, anger management, somebody being caught in a situation about to explode, which is exactly what I felt. The way that everything was going with that past individual, it felt like something came out and somebody got caught up in some stuff. Now, the way that the anger management card is coming out, it makes me think that no, the way the future cards come out, it at first, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it might go both ways, which is why it's coming out. There could be a possibility that somebody found out that the baby didn't belong to them. It could have belonged to an op or a hater. Somebody tried to get a get back and then it got them back in the worst way. Hence caught in a situation getting ready to explode. Or it could be the young lady is pregnant, you know, she's standing in her conference X, Y, and Z. And again, the cards also said that she felt isolated and away from friends. So this individual waited until she was pregnant and isolated. So the very, very, very vulnerable space to possibly do some dirt. And, you know, after further investigation, this person might have did some things that weren't very that wasn't very integral, if you will. At the bottom of the deck, we got pregnancy test here, unsure, pregnancy scare, positive, negative. So I'm actually going to take that. And then it says betrayal. So there was some type of betrayal here. Somebody did somebody dirty in the worst way, and they tried to burn the evidence but didn't get away with it. 1000% caught. That's where the heartbreak is coming from. People feeling vulnerable, trapped in a situation because they were backstabbed and then separated from their family. Now somebody is doing, you know, some extracurricular activities in the worst way, and it doesn't necessarily have to actually be that. Somebody might have an addiction to I don't know. I don't know if this has like words that you can't say when it comes to, you know, like the clock app be wilding. So I don't be knowing what you're saying, you know, with these words sometimes. But yeah, it might be addiction to sex or porn or something like that. Yeah, and because of everything that was done, there's a divorce or a breaking of a contract. Somebody's trying to leave. Maybe they're moving out of their leasing contract. Could be a divorce, absolutely. Absolutely. And then they want to come out and say, I hate nothing about you. That's where the manipulation comes in. That's where the manipulation comes in. So they come in and they do all this stuff. They say all these things, and then they come back and say, but baby, I love you. And the crazy thing is you still love them too. So it puts you in a vulnerable position. And that's why you were so about leaving. But there is a strong masculine coming to your aid. And when I say a strong masculine, I mean it could be your strong best friend. It can be an actual man. It's just the energy, because this individual that had you out here isolated is toxic, as we can clearly see, and you're tired of getting played. And then this person that did what they did, they might have did with your friends, because I'm seeing fake friends here. So either this individual had friends that enabled them to do what it is that they did, or they messed around with the pregnant person's friend and got caught, and now they're getting kicked to the curb. They know they effed up. They're trying to set the record straight, but it's a lie. And now it's calling total trauma. And then they're like, oh, I'm in my feelings. I can't believe you would leave me isolated, X, Y, and Z. Meanwhile, this is what they mean by in their feelings. So, right. Not keeping a promise. And now what's crazy is my deck is sealed. What do I mean by that? It all of a sudden, that's it. So I'm going to put this deck down. Because that's all I need to know about that. Now let's talk about this this new energy that's coming in. And I love this because at the bottom of this deck we have the Strength card, which shows up as compassion. This individual that's coming in has compassion for your situation, and they're going to ensure that you get everything that you stinking need. You're going to feel like it's actually going to be the reverse. You're going to feel like that alligator. You're going to feel like maybe you were unworthy of the kindness, and they're going to see you for who you are as a person, not somebody who made a mistake, not somebody who allowed somebody to do X, Y, and Z. No, they're going to come in and they're going to care for you exactly who you are, for exactly who you are, rough edges and all. And I love that. And it's going to cause a new beginning. We are with this, when I tell you that whoever this is a stand-up individual, we got three kings on the board now. So we got the King of Wands, somebody who shows up to be strong, passionate about you, don't play. We've got the King of Cups, who is emotionally intelligent, coming up with that love and that kind, that warm energy, that emotional safety. And then we've got the provider coming out. We've got the level-headed provider that is coming out for you. And then he's going to take you into a time and a space of solitude. This is the Hermit card right here. The Hermit card is representative of healing, retreating inward in order to get information and to, like I said, and to heal. And this is the Moon card. The Moon card here is representative of some anxiety, which of course is to be expected, but it's also representative of something unseen, a secret, something that you're not aware of at this time. It could also represent your subconscious mind. So maybe there's some things that you're thinking about that, it's giving, you might have a little bit of PTSD behind the situation. Like, even though it's over, you're still looking over your shoulder. You don't feel comfortable where you are, or it's gonna take you a little minute. It's gonna take you a little minute to bounce back from this, because it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. And then we've got the Knight of Wands. This individual is very passionate about you. They care about you. They love you. And the energy that they have behind you is they don't play about you. They don't play about you. Oh, there's a tower here. What is this tower? A tower can also represent a revelation. The Tower and the Knight of Cups. This might come as a shock to you, but this person might actually offer you some type of love offer, because again, they're already passionate about you. And then this is going to shock you, like, even though I'm pregnant, or even though I'm in this situation, even though I just came out of this, like, this is what you do want to do. Is this person's intentions pure? Spirit, what is this person's intentions? Like, passion. The Six of Cups is also representative of healing. It can also represent the healing of inner child wounds, past wounds. It can also mean nostalgia. So this could be a person of the past finding out about what you got going on, and wanting to reconcile, and wanting to come back in union with you, with this Three of Cups. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. And again, they're willing to take it slow. They're willing to show you who they are, offer you the things that you desire, slowly but surely. It's like they don't want to overwhelm you. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it's also the most reliable, is the most steady and stable. You feel me? So they're willing to play the long game for you if they have to. Anything else? Spirit. This card keeps wanting to fall down. Ten of Pentacles. And I'm going to leave the reading right there. They really want to start a family with you. They think it's a privilege to be with you, whoever this is. This Ten of Pentacles is also representative of building a legacy, building a family, starting a business, wanting something solid, building wealth, and having wealth with an individual. And I'm going to end it right there. There may be a little bit of resistance on your part, because you're not going to be sure if their intentions are pure or not, but you can guarantee it is with the Lover's card. It means you guys are cosmically aligned. Ooh, and the Sun card came out. Oh my gosh. And he sees you as the Empress. Yeah, no, this is meant to be. You can get comfortable in this. You can get comfortable in this. About to fall. You can get comfortable in this. This is good. This is good. This is a positive situation. I'm so glad that this is going to work out, because I promise you, I came up here ready like, yo, do we need to call a 1-800 line? Do we need to figure out, who we need to call to get you out of this situation? Like, we can figure out how to, calm our nervous system in the meantime, in between time. Something, I don't think I'm 100% comfortable giving out advice at the moment. I have books though. I have lots of books talking about how to reduce stress and induce relaxation through a lot of different ways. My what I will say, something that I do to help sort out my thoughts, is I like to journal. My mentor taught me to do something called brain dumping, and literally whatever your thoughts are, you just write them down, scribble, scrabble, whatever it is you need to do in order to get it going. Say everything you need to say, and if you feel as though you can't have that information out with you at the moment, just like burn it. Like, I can't afford for anybody to see what this is. Burn it, but you got it out. Not only that, but there are guided meditations on YouTube. There are affirmations that you can say to help regulate your system. There are breathing exercises that you once again can find off of YouTube and other stress. There are things you can do, like going walking. I don't know if you're, currently pregnant, or it's definitely giving pregnant. I don't know if you're currently pregnant, because again, both of them went both ways. Like, there was a possibility that there was an ending or a termination in one storyline. But if you can walk, get out in the open air, that's a great thing to do as well. Get your body moving and allow it to expel that excess energy that's within you. Something else I like to do for comfort, I like to drink hot tea, sit in a blanket, What else? Aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is one of those things that is very much so underrated, but something as simple as, like, I could be sleepy, and kids, don't try this at home. I'll use a little bit of Florida water, like probably like a drop, a dot, and I'll wave it across my nose, and that'll like wake me up. Or peppermint oil. Peppermint oil works. Hand sanitizer, alcohol. Don't go snorting nothing. That's not what I said, okay? If you're trying to get yourself into a space of needing energy or something like that, that's good. If you're trying to get yourself to calm yourself down, then you know what? Don't take that. Don't, because I can already see how this can go left. People gonna do the wrong thing and say the transformational Empress told you to do. No, never mind. Just don't. I am not a doctor. Do not do what I say do, because I am not a doctor. Check with your physician and whoever else, your doctors and all of them, before you do any of that. There are some breathing exercises that can relax you, and some that can induce DMT and make you high and make you lightheaded. So be careful. All right. So there's two sides to all of that, but I don't say that to scare you. I'm saying that to save my behind. Okay. Let's just be clear. But peppermint oil is 1000% safe. Lavender, chamomile smells really do really well. Patchouli relaxes me as well. The smell of roses, rose scented things, oranges, like a zest, does really good for helping to wake me up and stuff in the morning. This is a little bit of information, since we're talking about aromatherapy. But if there's anybody who is interested and wanted to know, like, okay, well, do you have anything explicit? Yes, I have full-blown workbooks in here that I am going through and studying to ensure that I'm able to give you guys factual and applicable advice to be able to aid in the regulating of your nervous system, especially when you're, trying to go against the grain in life, when you're trying to change up the things that you're doing so that you're no longer living in a marginalized lifestyle, if you will, to be able to find the blessings in life. Because sometimes it's not even that you living in the pits of hell. Sometimes you just need a perspective change. You feel me? So I want to be able to do that for you guys as well. And I feel like I have been talking for 2 hours. I need me some water. That was good. I needed that. I totally needed that. Let me see if I can share the live with a few more people and see what we got here. Cool. What else? Things that I'm working on in the Transformational Empress. So I'm so excited. Things I'm working on. So of course, we have the readings, regular tarot readings, like, life path and what's going on, X, Y, and Z, those type of things. I do not do death readings at this time. I don't necessarily do financial readings either, like when is such and such coming in. No, I can tell you if you're on the right path. And it's not that I can't tell you about that stuff. It's just certain things I'd rather not be responsible for, as I continue to grow in my gifts and raise my vibration to be able to do those type of things and to be able to handle that. I will, but I am not the type of person that is going to start some stuff and I like to be prepared. I'll say that. I don't like to get caught with my pants down. I don't like the way that feels too much. I don't mind walking into a room where, I deserve to be in the room, but there are other people who might be on big dog status and I'm still on puppy status. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the room. I know when to be quiet when, a mentor or somebody like that is talking, but um when it comes to my integrity, my morals, and what I choose to be responsible for, because that's what it is. I'm taking on a certain level of liability, when I have these conversations with you guys. And I take that role very seriously. I take that role very, very seriously. Look, on the split, respect and integrity, confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, so I have that, but I have a specific reading. It is a spiritual consultation, and I think I'm going to put divine feminine reading in that, because what I want to do when it comes to undoing or aiding in the changing of the mindset of women, we often, especially, women of my generation, a lot of us were raised by single mothers. So we have a certain understanding of what the divine feminine actually is. And it might not be that, you know what I'm saying? Not that our mothers were off or anything like that. No, it's just we have a certain interpretation of what a divine feminine is. And if we were raised by a single mom, they had to do both. So there's a possibility that, we saw a more masculine version of a feminine being. You know what I'm saying? So it's about just realigning ourselves with our divine purpose, our true energy, our true aligning ourselves with our true essence, with our most authentic self. And I have a reading, and I've come up with the prompts and everything for it already, based on what it is your divine feminine needs and how you can nurture her better and how you can love on her better, what she likes, what she doesn't like, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to go into depth on, being able to fill your cup, especially, as women. And I'm not against men or anything. It's just men have a different type of struggle. And I personally believe that when it comes to men, a lot of times men oftentimes don't listen to women. They listen to other men. So I'm one of those people that believe that women should check women and men should check men. And I don't mean that in like a mean thing or a gender role thing. I mean that in statistically speaking, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that there are men that would not listen to me. I'm saying that there are women that I need to focus on right now, and then hopefully the men are focusing on the men, and we can get this thing going. Okay, we can heal each other from the inside out. What else? I do Reiki. I'm energy certified. I am a Reiki 2. Excuse me. Reiki 2. I can't get a thing. Reiki 2 practitioner. I want to say I've been Reiki 2 since 2019 or 2020. And I truly enjoy it. It's one of those things that I don't get to do as often as I would like, because because I haven't put myself out there enough to do so. So this is me putting myself out there. I'm a Reiki 2 practitioner. I am still working to get my Reiki masters. Let me not lie. I'm not working towards getting my Reiki masters at this moment. At this moment, I am working on my bachelor's of science degree in holistic and alternative medicines. That is what I'm working with right now. So my goal is to grab all these things and create one big pile of healing, love, energy to blast it at y'all to change your entire stinking life. Okay, that is legitimately my goal, and to integrate the science of how the brain works, to integrate the science of how energy works in and of itself with spirituality, to make something shake, to make something happen, to align it and have something, because you can't just have the spiritual and then have the physical, and you can't just have one and not the other, because you can continue to do what it is that you know to do in the physical, but if you get tired and burnt out and just lose faith and lose sight of what it is that you're supposed to be doing, then that hurts too. You know what I'm saying? And spirituality, I personally believe you can't just burn candles, and blow stuff and then not do anything in the physical, and money is just supposed to fall out of the sky. You don't chase, you attract, yes. But from my experience, it's I don't chase, I align. So I put myself in the position to be able to receive the things that I desire for myself. Does that make sense? So, no, we're not chasing after money, but I'm getting the credentials to be able to do the things that I love and putting myself in the position to get paid for it. Does that make sense? Because if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. You feel me? Like, and that's why I'm here. Like, I want to do all of it. I was just told not too long ago that I'd be adding another service. Something else that I'm working on, but it's a fairly big service. I'm trying to figure out how I gotta figure out how I want to do it. Like, I have to fill out a form for, like, you guys are gonna have to fill out a pre-appointment form in order to do this. Like, it's going to be good, and once I figure it out, I'm gonna launch it, I promise. But other things I have in the works, I have I think the energy is still thick. Is it just me? Is it just me? Is it y'all? Let's see here. Make sure it's lit. Mm-hmm. Gotta ground that energy for a second, y'all. I'll probably do a reading on that energy in a second, but while we're talking about that, what were we talking about? Oh, in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna work on some digital products. So I was actually just talking to my friend not too long ago, and we were talking about the difference between knowing better and doing better. And sometimes the knowing better doesn't feel good. So you would almost rather sit in the not doing better, because the knowing better is super painful. And there is a disconnect for some people that there is a disconnect between the I know what I need to do, but I don't see how to do it. I don't see myself being strong enough to do it. I don't see, based on my prior experiences, I have never seen me doing X, Y, and Z working out. So how do I know that this is different? You feel me? And I thought that was so profound. I thought that was a very profound statement. And to be honest, you don't know. I can't combat that. I don't. I can't combat that. So I was like, you know what? What if we have affirmations? What if there were custom made affirmations that you look yourself in the mirror every day and say, and based on your situation, of course, you feel me, and you do it for 21 days, 3 times a day, in the morning, during your lunchtime, and at night, and see if that reprograms your brain to believe that something else is possible outside of your current reality, to build the desire to want and see something different. You feel me? And that's something that I'm testing out. Um, but I'm also going to be coming up with affirmations for each chakra, each chakra system, affirmations for the healing of traumas, affirmations for forgiveness, affirmations to re-encourage yourself. Because I went through a time where I forgot how to encourage myself. That's honestly how I not got into tarot, but that's honestly why I utilize tarot so much, to deepen my relationship with myself and my subconscious, but also to hear my divine guides, guardians, and ancestors say, you did a good job. Because if you were ever a kid that were told you don't apply yourself enough, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, X, Y, and Z, like, it sounds silly, but you need that extra reassurance, that foundation. And I was one of those people that, you know, I was one of those people that was told I didn't apply myself enough, or I would quote unquote do my best and I would always end up in like second place, or, and that had been something that followed me for a very long time. And so when it came to having to crawl out of this pit of grief and despair and confusion, and, waking up and realizing that you were in a very manipulative situation, whether they meant to or not, um, it was mind-boggling, because it was like I had 30 freaking mental things to handle at one time, and it had nothing to do with the physical. It had nothing to do with the fact that I was moving at the time. It had nothing to do with the fact that I was, I had to take care of my mom who had, cancer for 7 weeks. It had nothing to do with the fact that I was still healing from, the mental scars of PTSD, and, how I was handling other things in the physical, and the kids still had to go to school, and, all these different things. It was just like, my brain is broken. How, if this doesn't work, how do I even work on any of the stuff out here? So, it was a scary, hard, and beautiful journey. And now I live in the shadows. I get tired sometimes, like, the healing journey, it people just like, the healing journey ends, new levels, new devils. That's where I'm at right now. Like, as soon as you get out of another situation, there's something else that comes along, because once you've been sitting in the pits of hell and it's been dark, and you make your way out, now you have to adjust to the light. So it's things like, how do you handle joy? How do you handle happiness? Now that you're out of this situation, what makes you smile? Now that you're out of this situation, how do you take care of yourself? You know what I'm saying? My kids made the AB honor roll for the first time since all of this was going on. Granted, when you're in a certain grade, all you get is like the meets, the pass, above average, that type of stuff. But I just felt like I couldn't. Well, back then, I was just doing my best. I couldn't understand. But now that I'm here and I'm fully conscious, and I'm on the best part of my healing, because, like I said, the healing don't stop. But I'm in the best part of my healing. It's the first quarter of school, and my kids have the AB honor roll, and I'm like, "You're doing it, Mama. You're doing it. You've gotten your business up and running. You're in school at the same time. Last year, this time, man, like, last year this time, I dropped out with a panic attack. I'm still paying that class off that I dropped out of. Like, I was fighting for my life trying to get that class done, and I just couldn't because it was so much going on. And like, I get seasonal depression sometimes, and I just didn't have the tools to fight it. I did not have the tools to fight um, the seasonal depression, and I ended up dropping out of that class and having to pay it back. And as of right now, this is my longest run of being in school consecutively. Because the way my school and my classes and stuff go is like, I get a new class every month. So each class is 4 weeks long, jam-packed of something. At the end of that 4 weeks, it's another class that starts. Because my attention span, my ADD, if we drag that one class out for 3 months, baby, you can count me out. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because I would have told myself at least 10 times that I didn't want to be in school. I don't even want to do this. I don't even care. I don't want to do it. No, I just don't want to do this class. Well, all you got to do is fight for 4 weeks. And then you're on to the next, on to the next. And then when you're doing something that you're passionate about, the book that I was telling you about, relaxation and stuff like that, like, that was my school textbook. The last class that I was in was literally called Relaxation and Stress Management. It literally coincides with everything that I'm trying to do. So when you're in alignment, things get easier. It does. I still want to drop out of school though. I want to focus and build my business and then get back in school for a little while. Like, right now I'm getting into classes like physics and English composition and stuff like that. You know, and I'm like, okay. And this is the time around, I start to get in my feelings a little bit. I don't want to be there, but we're making it. We're making it. We're doing it. And the smile that you see on my face is genuine. Because if you knew the things that I had experienced, if you've known the things that I've seen in order to get here, the things that were said to me, the things that were spoken over me in my darkest times, you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe. And sometimes I'm in shock myself because I'm like, I am unbelievably strong and powerful, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm a tough cookie, and I'm pretty proud of that. And as much as, being strong and resilient and all those things get a negative connotation, because you get tired of being strong, you get tired of being resilient, this and the third, I was able to change my mindset, switch my path, and gain momentum into a completely different timeline, into a completely different perspective. And now I'm able to utilize it to my advantage and my feminine energy. Feel me? Let's see if there's anybody else. Clear that out. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. Oh, I ain't checked the time. That's a little bit about me. We got about an hour left, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a love reading. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? It's gonna be a little bit more unorthodox, but I am going to speak on what it is we need to learn about our habits in love, how we see love to be. And our perceptions of love. Is it healthy? Is it not healthy? What it is that we need to learn, what we need to do. Cleanse that energy up. aside from the fact that I have this ring light in front of me, I feel like a light is being shined on me and into my chest. So we're definitely on the right path with this reading. I want to do 2 more shuffles. Spirit. 1, 2. Oh, the song came. I tear my heart open. I sell myself short. The weakness is that I care too much. And something reminds me that the past is real. I tear my heart open just to feel. I know y'all know that song. It's and I never said I was a singer, okay? I was singing it as it came to me, okay? Oh gosh, too many shuffles, but you know, spirit be knowing, it's okay. But what that tells me is there's a level of self-love and self-worth that needs to be addressed in the collective. For lack of better terms, there's a lack of reciprocation. And what is this? Growth, dying, or evolving. Ain't that crazy? I tear my heart open. I sell myself short. My weakness is, not my secrets is, my weakness is that I care too much. And it all reminds me, no. And the past reminds me, no. And it all reminds me that the past is real. I tear my heart open just to feel. Alright, divine guides, guardians, and ancestors that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is a current look? What is the current perspective on love? Their outlook on love is what I wanted to say. What is their current outlook on love? Thank you. So we've got wish with despairing and hopeful, which pretty much sums up that song. Blessings with unaware and grateful. And cultivation with neglected and nurtured. And what this is saying is clearly we have a warped sense of what this is, but we're trying to, well, what love is, but we're trying to figure it out for real. It's like you went from not loving enough, not showing enough, not putting in enough energy and nurture or neglecting the situation to trying to nurture it and do too much, like overdevelop the situation or what is the word, over, when you do overextend yourself, when you try to overextend yourself in relationships. Wish, blessings, cultivation. Let's start with wish. I hate to say it like that, but it's almost like it's a desperate feeling. It's like desiring love and hoping for it so bad that you find yourself in jacked up situations sometimes, unrequited situations where things are not being reciprocated the way they should, is giving that I fall too quickly, or I'm trying so hard not to allow my traumas of distrust to interfere with the relationship that I overtrust, or I do too much, or I try to overcompensate for what it is. I'm trying to overcompensate for a problem that I know I have, if that makes sense. Yeah. Blessings. I'm getting you're unaware that you're a blessing. You're overextending yourself because you are so wanting to be worthy to someone else that you forget that there's a part in the getting to know you stage where they have to make sure that they're enough for you as well. Like just how you try to prove and show that you're grateful for their presence and everything in your life,